Good morning, everyone. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to present to you this morning in this final session or final day at DISTREE. My name's Trevor Goldberg and I'm from Globo. I'm here today in the next 10 minutes to provide you with an overview of our enterprise mobility solution, which supports the growing or fast-growing trend for bring your own device strategies and initiatives in the enterprise mobility space. We have a solution called Go Enterprise, which I'm going to outline and explain what it does and how it does it. Before doing so, however, I'd like to spend a few moments giving a few words about Globo, just the headline items. So Globo were founded in 1997, and around 5 years ago, we listed on the London Stock Exchange. We have 175 employees across around 7 offices across the world, and we support deployments in around 25 different countries. Our active user base, our active monthly user count is around 5 million, and our revenues last year, 2012, were about $58 million. So to set the scene for this next 10 minutes, I really want to talk about what I believe, or what we all truly believe at Globo to be a truly disruptive, innovative technology in the enterprise mobility space. To try and attempt to set this scene, I just want to give you a few stats. So in Q4 2012, we saw smartphone sales in the final quarter of over 200 million devices. And this was an increase of around 38%, depending on what statistics you read, over the same period in 2011. I guess more significantly, during that same year, so 2012, there were 550 million PC or laptop shipments around the world. However, most significantly, 750 million smartphones were shipped. And this really demonstrates, I believe, a truly explosive growth in the use of smartphone devices. And a lot of these are targeted at enterprise use, so enterprise customers or employees who want to demand or get access to enterprise systems. So my message, and there's only really one headline message in the whole of this session, is really don't get left behind. Really, technology will solve some of the problems that you might be facing as resellers, distributors, and retailers. So look at the technology, look at where the market's going. And I guess in summary, don't get left behind with this. Join the enterprise mobility revolution. Bring your own device. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about the strategies around it. So let me now present a little bit more about that. So what do we mean when we talk about enterprise mobility at Globo, or indeed in the marketplace? Well, this is really primarily centered around the ability for an employee to get access to back-office systems and services in a secure, controlled, well-administered manner. So really, enterprise applications, data, services, and quite often, as the Bring Your Own Device acronym would suggest, on an employee-owned device, so not a corporately issued device. The whole mobile innovation and the whole adoption of great new technologies, better infrastructure, faster networks, is really driving the need to be able to access enterprise systems. And as many of you will be aware, we call it, in the sort of mobile space really quite often, the consumerization of IT. What that can do for you, or what it can do for an enterprise as well, it can increase employee productivity. That's not to say that they're going to be online, on email, 24/7, but they are just become a more productive employee between meetings, on the road, on the run. It can also improve or increase employee satisfaction. They feel more connected to their employees, systems and services, and employers' systems and services. And finally, in terms of headline items, it can reduce an overall organization's costs, of course, by making use of products and services and devices that the employee might have. Most importantly, however, for the purpose of this presentation, it really can create a new and dynamic and immediate revenue stream for distributors and retailers. It's a market that's happening today. Everybody's reading about it. So that's where I believe we're taking the market in terms of enterprise mobility. Just a few words about some of the facts. I won't go through this slide in any detail, but suffice to say what it's trying to represent from a foresight survey is that a lot of employees out there are using more than one device, both to access corporate data and their own system, their own services, for example, social networks. So the statistic that you can see in front of you says that 52% of information workers use more than 3 devices, so perhaps a laptop, a phone, and a tablet of some description. So bring your own devices here, and it's real. There are, however, some challenges that an organisation will face when attempting to deploy or implement a bring-your-own-device strategy. For example, some of the traditional tools that are out there are often really complex and costly to implement and really hard to get across to the users. There's a need, of course, to support multiple operating systems. So all of the employees in an organisation, they won't all have Android devices or iPhones. There'll be a real mixture of devices and the versions of those devices. There's a requirement to quickly and effortlessly deploy new services, applications to back office systems, which is quite important. And there is absolutely a necessity to manage in a centralised manner the whole infrastructure, the whole environment in a proper manner or way. We've seen some privacy issues in the past with some of the customers, people not wanting to have their device managed wholly by MDM-type solutions. And there are situations when what happens to the device with corporate data if it's lost or stolen or an employee leaves. So we have a solution. It's called Go Enterprise. In summary, it's a mobile enterprise platform. It enables an organisation to deploy in a rapid manner applications and services to their workforce in a very controlled, secure, what we call containerised environment. And it's ideally suited to business to employee or business to business to consumer needs. Most importantly, it does it in a very simplistic manner. So this product, the solution, works across multiple platforms, so iOS, Windows Phone, Android and BlackBerry devices, and the container, the application itself, is downloadable from the mainstream app stores. In terms of a product overview, there's only just a couple of slides on these. As I said, it's a secure container, and it really segregates enterprise data from personally held data on the device. So the two, if you like, personas or the two environments. It provides access to back office systems and services. It really covers all of the challenges that I mentioned on the previous slide. It is administered in a centralized manner. Transactions can be logged, but only the transactions in the container. You can remote lock and wipe the device if necessary. It has a fully encrypted security algorithms, both over the air and server to server. And there's offline functionality that can be used if the employee or the citizen is offline or in a plane. In terms of a product overview, I'm not going to provide any more details. You should all have received, hopefully in your information packs or bags, some information on the product, which is that data sheet shown on the right. So Go Enterprise, in summary, really provides access to the traditional back office systems and services. Our flagship product is called Office. This provides access to email, shared files and folders, networking, address books, shared calendars and tasks, all the systems and services you would ordinarily expect an employee to want to have access to. We have an extension to that, something called Mobilizer. And what that enables is the ability for an organisation to create their own specific applications within the container, perhaps for some tailored or customised use, connecting to back office systems using standard integration technologies, such as SOAP or RESTful APIs, again, centrally managed and controlled and deployed. We have a third product. It's intentionally blurred here. It's something we're going to release next week at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. So I've intentionally not shown any pictures, but essentially, ideally suited to the audience here, I believe. It's an out-of-the-box product for rapid deployment and, of enterprise mobility or bring your own device to small and medium-sized enterprises. And it has a pay-as-you-go license model. So, in summary, the enterprise platform, the Go Enterprise platform, consists of the mobile client downloadable from the App Store, the middleware, the server component that sits in-premise or hosted by a service provider or in the cloud, and optionally an integrated development environment that enables you to build your own applications and services for repository into that container. And the final slide here is attempting to show in a graphical or architectural overview what that really means. On the right-hand side, you see the client talking through a secure manner to our enterprise server, hosted wherever that might be, talking to servers within the enterprise, being administered by a central administration function, and optionally having a development organisation creating tools and services. Thank you for your time. I'm happy to take any questions if we have time. We're exhibiting today, of course, so come and see me or my colleagues, and we can give you a demonstration and access to a demonstration server. Thank you.